Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back for Duel 2. Well, I'm back, but I'm not alone this time, and I got my good friend Gavin Austin in the booth. Say what's up, Gavin.
What's up, everybody? I'm looking forward to this awesome Duel 2 race. After watching Duel 1, I think we're in for a heck of a show. And I honestly can't wait for us to hit the green flag and see these trucks going around.
That is, me too, man. I'm really pumped for this one. A lot of heavy hitters in this one as well, so this is going to be an interesting race. I think it's going to be just as exciting, if not more, than Duel 1, and I know the commentating is going to be a lot better because I'm not just fumbling. So.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to being in the booth with you, man. And obviously, once again, Duel 1, obviously you were all alone, but I was able to watch it and it looked really entertaining. And I hope, this is as entertaining as Duel 1, and I'm expecting it. Obviously, like you said, we got a lot of heavy hitters in here, a lot of good super speedway drivers. I'm really excited to see how they race these 40 laps.
Absolutely. So we have some time before we get into their grid, before they start kicking it off. No quality, of course, because they qualified last week to participate in these duels. What are some things that you're looking for in this race? What do you think drivers need to do to get to the front of this duel?
Well, obviously we saw around a handful of wrecks in Duel 1. I think honestly you have to avoid the wrecks to be up there at the end. Obviously finish the race. You want to kind of prioritize that. But you also do want to get a good finish, for the next week, the big event. And I think we'll see some drivers taking it easy in the beginning and some drivers not. And I think it's really going to be interesting to see how some people play out and strategize this race. I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of these guys, just seeing how the race plays out for them.
Absolutely. I mean, you look at last race, Chase Smith really nowhere to be found in the first half of the race. He's kind of hanging in the back, avoiding wrecks, dodging trucks, but he gets in there at the end and just does exactly what he needs to do and win it. Do you think we're going to see something like that, or do you think we're going to see some of these really, really top guys just stay out front and manage the field?
Honestly, I think we could still see it. Obviously, bunch of top guys in here, and they're going to race aggressive, try to stay out in front as long as they can. But I do expect, some people will hang out in the back and towards the end, the last 10, maybe 15 laps, work their way up through the field, trying to get up to the front like we saw Chase do last race. And I'm looking at, Chase's teammate right now, Jose. Quickest in the warm-up right now, And I really expect him to, he watched what Chase did in Heat 1, or Duel 1, and I really think he's going to look at that and try to recreate it. And I'm excited to see what he does.
Absolutely. That segues me perfectly into talking about picks. Who is your pick to win this race?
My pick to win this race, obviously, I think, I think anybody can do it really here at Daytona. It's a super speedway. I think anybody in the field has a good shot at winning. But my pick, it's probably got to be Logan Brink. I think Logan Brink could bring it on home.
Oh,
I've raced with him before. I think he's got a good shot. And honestly, that's my pick to win tonight's duel 2.
absolutely. I think you got a point. I get Logan Brink is a great racer. I mean, obviously he has the track record to prove it. There's a lot of heavy hitters, so this was a really hard decision for me as well. I think really anybody could get up there and do it, especially at Daytona. But I gotta go with my man Wyatt Thompson. I think Wyatt Thompson definitely has what it takes to win this thing, and I think that he'll be up front. I mean, he's starting up front, so he's really just got to keep his head down and manage the field. If he
Oh yeah, no, and he's driving a beautiful paint scheme this week. That nice blue 77 with the highlighted blue, on there. I think it's really clean looking. Nice sponsorship view right there on the hood and
Yeah,
everywhere around the truck. I'm really excited to see what it'll do.
absolutely. Well, we're coming down to the wire. We got about a minute before these guys grid, so I'll ask you one last question, Kevin. What do you think it means to start your season off right in the duels? Do you think the duels are super important, or do you think that you kind of just got to get through the duels and get to the rest of the season?
Um, the duels, honestly, I think for a lot of people it is important. Obviously, you get the better, starting position for next week. You advance, and you obviously, I mean, you get that better pit box next week, and I think it's extremely important. But for some people that don't take it as important, I honestly think they're honestly doing it just fine. Some people just are doing the duels just to make it to the main event. They just want to race to survive. They're not going to race to win the duel.
Yeah.
And they're kind of prioritizing the main event. So I think it's kind of a mixture of both, and I'm not really set on one side there.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I like your opinion too. I don't think you can approach the duels in a wrong way. I'll say that. I think that no matter how you approach the duels, you're probably doing what's best for you or your mindset or your team. So I think there's a lot to be said about that. But we're about to roll off this grid soon. In season 7 of the Send It Motors UIS Truck Series, I'm really excited. Really excited for this. I think it's gonna you guys can do here at Daytona. I mean, the track is legendary, but the races are even more.
Exactly, greatest place on earth to start off the season, and I'm looking forward to it right here tonight.
Absolutely. Well, into this starting grid as these trucks start loading in. See some beautiful schemes already. I'm a big schemes man. I don't know about you, Gavin, but I really like when a truck just looks absolutely incredible, and I'm already seeing some pretty good looking trucks here.
Yeah, no, your pick, Wyatt Thompson. I love
Yeah,
that truck. That truck is absolutely beautiful, and the Carnage outside.
absolutely.
Awesome,
And your
incredible
pick,
job.
Logan Brigg, dude, that old kind of throwback looking 29 scheme is really sick as well. So,
It's really nice. Kevin Harvick throwback right there.
absolutely one of the greatest to do it, in my opinion. All right, let's get started on this grid. So I'm gonna take first couple rows. Obviously, the UI doing us dirty here is trying to start us in the back. We don't want to start in the back. We want to start at the front. We get them as they're rolling off, though. We got a couple pace laps to get these trucks warmed up and ready to go. We talk it through it. And everybody, here we go. All right, so in your starting grid tonight, the front row is two absolute drivers. We got Wyatt Thompson on the pole, my pick to win the race, a beautiful United truck. The truck's looking good. He's been incredibly good in all forms of NASCAR recently. And so I'm excited to see what he can do tonight. And the outside road, JJ Moore, another legendary driver. He's come down to the Truck Series and always finished really well. He's finished really well in the O'Reilly Series. He was, you know, deep in the playoffs last season in the Contender Series in UIS, and he's a good driver. So excited to see him on the front row. And what do you got in that row behind, Evan?
Row 2, we got the 33 of Colby Duckworth. I've raced with him around. Nice driver right there. I'm excited to see what he's going to do tonight. And on his outside, it's going to be Cameron Campbell. I don't have much experience with him, but you know, not a Daytona is one of the best places to get your first impression out there, and I'm looking forward to see Cameron racing tonight.
And he's got a nice looking 23 truck. Moving backwards, Tyler Helms, the champion, and he's not a Toyota anymore. I noticed he's in a 15 Chevy. But I don't think the truck matters. He's looking to win. And he's got a lot to prove after winning that championship, and he's got a title to defend. On the outside of him, Max Ford, another Final Four driver from last year. You know, it's crazy as we go through this, Gavin. I keep having to say Final Four drivers or Final 8 or whatever, but they're going green. No extra pace lap for us. Okay, we're going to use this first lap to go through the grid. But Max Ford, another great driver as they go into the chase format. Who's behind them?
Right behind them, it's Jose, the teammate of Chase, in the Duel 1, and then Patricia Cusado right on his outside in 63.
Exactly. Moving on back real quick, Michelle Miller, 27, Colin Wilson, a new face, lots of new faces, Kenny Hillaire, 81, Chase George in the 6, and who's behind those two?
Travis Prather, Cody Banta, Gavin Smith, and Maxwell Futterberg.
Behind them, Brady Schreckengoss, and a lot of other great drivers. Logan Brink, obviously, on the back, Trent Wilkin. Let's get rid of this grid, because I know what you guys care about. You care about the race at hand. And oh boy, is it already shaping up to be a good one. JJ Moore has dropped down. He's out, but he's got Cameron Campbell, the newcomer, on the outside with that Robin Hood truck.
He's going to lead our first lap, Duel 2, 23 to the front. Still side by side for the lead heading into turn 1.
Oh, and there's already a spinner.
Crash.
Already a spinner.
Yellow flag is out. That's Patricia Cusado and a number 10 machine who went around.
So they're going to be able to get her back rolling. Not too much damage on this first caution, but it's definitely going to restock the field in a new way. Not what you want to see there. Let's see what we can see on that replay. Interesting. You see that number 10 truck on the outside. Jump to the inside, just getting poked off the front of Tyler Helms.
Yeah, I just don't think they were clear. Trying to get to the inside. I thought this early in the race. Don't think they wanted to be on the outside, and obviously had the 15 our champion of Tyler Helms there on their inside.
Absolutely. Get this thing back current. That's going to shape up. You know, it's close to the start of the race, so you're almost still with a lot of the same guys in the front, but now you've got some drivers that have moved around in the league.
Yeah, obviously, we got Cameron leading this field. He's going to lead us to the green flag. And JJ, who started the race second, is going to restart in second here again on that outside. And obviously he wasn't able to get to the lead that first lap, but obviously still up there, and he's going to go try to get right up to the lead once again.
Absolutely. If you are these front runners right now, first caution came out on lap 1, a lot of racing to do. Is this making you nervous at all, or do you think that you just need to keep getting your restarts and doing your thing?
I wouldn't really be nervous if I'm anybody in the field. I think, it was single car spin. I think some might be a little bit frustrated. Maybe they wanted some more racing in more, quickly, and we're sitting here pits around the track. But I wouldn't be worried. Obviously, we haven't really seen intense racing yet. It's still just two wide action.
Yeah.
I'm still pretty calm. Obviously, so early in this race, I don't expect people to make any aggressive moves. Obviously this early, so. I think if these drivers out there are still in the chill side. Just honestly looking forward to this race going green once again.
Absolutely, a couple of guys taking the bus stop there on the backstretch. I don't know if for road racing or for Daytona Super Speedway racing.
that'd be fun doing a super speedway and just taking the bus stop on the back. Might be
Absolutely.
interesting.
Hey,
Interesting, right?
if any UIS league owners are listening, we got a hell of an idea. I think going from 180 down to 60 to make the bus stop would be extremely entertaining.
No, it definitely would be entertaining. I'd love to call that actually.
I think every lap would be like, oh, and they're wrecking again. Oh, and they're wrecking.
Exactly. But you know what? That's some people enjoy that. I think some
Exactly.
viewers would
Yeah.
would actually love that.
In the wise words of Tony Stewart, I'm sorry that we couldn't wreck any more race cars today.
Exactly.
So yeah, Cameron Campbell gonna lead us off, and hopefully, for him, be able to keep that lead going. But as we saw in Duel 1, that outside lane is just absolutely killer, especially when they're able to get all linked up and get going with some momentum.
Yeah, no, I'm expecting, obviously Cameron needs to get this restart on. Obviously he's the leader. He's got the control. He's a controlled car.
Yeah.
But he just needs help behind, and he's got Max Ford right behind him, and I trust Max. I think he's got a good shot. With Max right
Absolutely.
behind him.
There they go again. Oh, they missed the bus stop.
Missed it.
Completely.
That's a
But
slow
no.
down penalty right there.
Yeah, not Travis Prather. He's gonna take the whole thing. Look at all these guys taking the bus stop. Incredible stuff we're seeing out of the first 4 laps of the Duel 2 right here.
Something new this season is a new manufacturer as well. They introduced the Ram. We only have one driver racing the Ram in this duel, and it's Trenton Wilkin. He's towards the rear end of the field, but in a beautiful number 17 machine. It'd be cool to see a Ram get in victory lane this year.
And, hey, Duel 1 had some Rams up there fighting in the front. Carmelo Chavera was taking his number 60 Ram to the front a couple of times, so they definitely seem to cut through the air just as good as these other trucks.
Heck yeah, man! I'm really looking forward. I want to see a Ram get in victory lane, this year, and
Absolutely.
you know what? Not a better place to do it than Daytona, first
Oh,
race of the
yeah.
year.
Absolutely.
Be awesome.
Lock it down. And Trent Wilkin is definitely a driver that can do it. So he out of the choose cone goes, and only the top 2 are going to be able to, choose their spots, it seems. Unless I'm mistaken. Looks like Wyatt Thompson is also spinning.
It looks like Cameron's gonna choose the outside with Wyatt right behind him.
Wyatt's a pretty good guy to have behind you pushing you. I'll tell you that much. JJ's a fierce driver, so he's not just going to give away that inside line at all.
Curious if we're gonna see Wyatt try to get up to the lead pretty quickly, as he obviously lost it in that first lap and a half. Not even a lap and a half, just a little over a lap.
Yep, exactly. Ace George in the 6, creeping up though, right outside that top 5. Your UIS league owner.
DM gets a victory lane tonight. That'd be sick.
It'd be awesome to see Chase George get in victory lane tonight. I would absolutely tickle to see Chase George.
And look at Jose up there in the top 10. 19.
I know they'd love an Ahoy Racing sweep. Chase S. Smith did.
It's going to be a Chevy Ford front row for this next restart.
Yeah,
Once again, that 88 is just beautiful, man. I know you mentioned it earlier, but that is a
looks so
wonderful,
good.
incredible scheme.
It looks so good. Yeah, a lot of great looking trucks in this. Absolutely. I even love Henry Kaloff's just simple 63 back there. It's a great looking white truck.
Now those trucks are clean. They might not have much of a design to it, but they look great on the track.
Absolutely. That pace truck's gonna peel off as we get ready to go back green here at Daytona. Ascendant Motors UIS Truck Series. Cameron Campbell with the launch here. And they're off. Wyatt on the money. He's going to be right behind Cameron. AJ a little slow. That's going to allow that outside lane to kind of move forward faster. I know Wyatt's going to be trying to push. That inside lane starting to gather the momentum up.
Yeah, Cameron's still out front. Here comes the inside, and the 23 is actually going to throw a block and leave the 77 of Wyatt Thompson stuck on the other side. That's his fading back now.
That one was a close block right there. He barely nearly slid off the front end of JJ Moore right there. And Wyatt's now, he's going to want those trucks behind him to get linked up and get going fast. As Max Ford's going to jump out front of Wyatt Thompson and try to take command of that outside lane.
Max Ford trying to get to the lead as he's still side by side there for second. Doesn't have the help at the moment as Cameron still is going to have a bit of an advantage out of 4. But here comes Wyatt Thompson with a huge bump to the 11 as 11 looking to take the lead here on lap 6.
These trucks are really getting in line right now. I'm not seeing a whole lot of wiggling. A little bit there, but look at these three jumping down. Colby Duckworth. Oh, they decided to stay up. Wyatt Thompson and Colby Duckworth are linked up right now. They're trying to work together to push to the front of this field.
Wyatt wants that lead once again. Look at Chase George right behind him. The UIS league owner now there in third. Going to the front.
3 Chevys to the front. Travis Prather in his Toyota into 4th. He's going to try to keep that momentum going alongside Chase George. One thing I love about the trucks is you can actually make that side draft work, and you can kind of get that pole if you really, really need it off the side of these things.
Yeah, the side draft is incredible in these trucks. And we've already seen a lot of it, and I think we're going to see more tonight as the 33 now wants to lead, going to the outside of Wyatt Thompson. He's going to lead this lap.
Duckworth going to have help from Max Ford and Cameron Campbell. They're going to push a small 3-truck train right out across the front of Wyatt Thompson in contact.
Ooh.
They all keep it straight. But that's going to cause a massive checkup across all 3 lanes back there.
Yeah, Michelle Miller in the 27, I believe, came down just barely had contact with Wyatt Thompson, but they're still 3 wide back. And the 3rd lane is now falling back.
Wyatt Thompson and Cameron slid up. Wyatt, I think, was looking for some help from behind. Cameron said, "I'm not letting you go in front of me that easy." And Chase George is going to suck up to the 3rd spot and also jump in front of Cameron and slide back down.
Chase George wants to pass Max, and there he goes, right to the outside.
Through goes Chase George. No, I'm kidding. No, Chase George, he's driving it like Cletus right now. He's bouncing all over the place.
He wants that lead. He wants that 23 to get right up to him so he can get up there.
Absolutely. Wyatt's pushing the hell out of the 23. You should get to see some nice momentum out of the outside lane if they can get this thing linked together. As they're coming down backstretch.
What will Colby Duckworth do? Will he block? He does. Goes up and blocks the 6. The 6 to the rear bumper of the 33.
Oh, the 6.
Now they're going to be side by side. Max Ford
center.
now leading the bottom. He's going to possibly go to the lead here out of 4.
He's got good help from Henry Kaloff. Henry Kaloff getting right on his bumper, but that outside lane is just so fast when those trucks get linked up together. That's going to allow Colby to pull out front and slide down. Chase is going to slide down with him. Cameron Campbell thinks about it. He stays high. He's still got Wyatt Thompson behind him, who I know wants to get to the front. And look who entered the picture, the 15 of Tyler Helms as they go 3 wide. Cameron gets left out dry.
Wyatt wants to go to that lead once again. He does not like, having someone else in control of this race. He wants to be in control of this entire duel.
Absolutely.
As Colby once again goes up to block Wyatt Thompson.
And hey, we were talking about him earlier, that Ram truck entering the picture currently just barely in the top 5 on that outside lane.
Right behind him, I picked to win this race, Logan Brink, the beautiful number 29 machine.
We knew he'd be up there pretty soon, even though he started towards the rear. That was no surprise. But Colby Duckworth still in charge of this thing. Wyatt Thompson now where he wants to be behind him, I think, is kind of the same thing. The team needs to kind of stick together a little bit. And Chase George, he's still in the conversation in that 3rd truck on the inside row.
The outside line has the most help. The inside lane really, kind of struggling to stay connected here. As the outside lane, just huge runoff exit, and they're going to be able to pull away here.
We'll be getting some off-center pushes from Tyler Holmes. Those could be real dangerous. But now Logan Brink has the control of the outside lane. He's going to the front. Your pick is in front of my pick right now.
He's winning this, man. I'm calling it now. Logan Brink will be sitting in victory lane at the end of this duel.
Guess we'll see. That inside lane, though, they're holding it right now. They're keeping their momentum together pretty well. Chase George has been shuffled back a little bit. And now we got Tyler Helms, your previous season truck champion. 2nd place right now as we cross the line. I mean, this is a guy that we know can win it, right? He won the championship last season, and he's an aggressive driver, but he's a good driver when he puts his stuff together.
Yeah, the top lane just cannot stay connected at all.
Yeah,
that's allowing the top 3 cars on the inside to kind of stay out in front.
Absolutely. And
they're just really not able to do anything.
Some wiggling. A 17 looking at the outside lane, not committing to anything. Still getting a push from Wyatt behind as they're bumping. Finally, the
Finally,
outside lane getting momentum.
yeah, a little bit of runoff exit for the outside lane is now 29 is going to be side by side for third and still rolling. Be side by side for second now as Kobe once again pulls another block on the outside lane, trying to stay out in front.
I'm loving that Stuart Friesen styled truck of Maxwell Funderburg right there. Really nice looking Toyota on that, that third truck on the outside lane.
Those beautiful chrome rims. He's trying to get up to the lead now. As once again the outside lane going to the lead right now. Look at Logan Brink up to second.
Look at these two beautiful trucks. The Ream truck, the Goodwrench truck, working together. The font. I mean, that's a picture perfect moment right there for those two drivers.
At 1-2, in control of this race. They just got to stay in control though, and there's still a lot to go left in this race. Not even halfway, and these drivers, I still see some drivers sitting in the back, and they're still taking their time to get up through the field. They know that there's a long time, and they know that a wreck is possible and possibly bound to come.
Absolutely. I mean, we're further in green than we were last time, though, and you see a lot of drivers as it seems to be just the one to be in. But Maxwell, big wiggle out of the 96 truck. I almost thought he was looking inside there, but I think he just got loose.
Yeah, I'm honestly kind of not sure what happened. I agree with you. It did look like he was going to make a move to the inside lane there, and I guess he kind of just backed out in the 88. A little bit of contact off center with that rear bumper and almost went around. But once again,
huge wiggle from the 96. He catches the front end of the 88, sends the 19 down to the inside lane a little bit unwillingly.
Oh, it's a wrecking in the back.
Big wreck in the back.
Multiple cars involved. Patricia Casado again. We got the 87 of Kylan Wilson. Max Ford, who we saw running up front and I believe leading this race earlier. He has some heavy front end damage there on that Toyota number 11 truck.
Really not what Max Ford wanted to see. He was really fast in the beginning of the race and he got shuffled back a little bit. And now the big wreck. Let's see if we can get replay figured out.
We knew the wreck was coming, we just didn't know when.
Absolutely.
And it happens here just before halfway.
As we're following this 11 truck, he's on the inside lane. There's a big wiggle. It causes the field to have to check up. Sends the 19 to the bottom. The 11's kind of hovering in the middle. And the 27's going to come down and pinch him off. Spinning the 87, getting Max Ford heavy damage into the wall, catching Henry Kaloff. Lots of others involved.
Henry got a little bit of air there as well.
Luckily was able to keep that truck on the ground afterwards, but wouldn't be the first time we've seen some trucks flip here at Daytona, that's for sure.
It definitely would not be the first time. We saw quite a few in the Duel 1, and luckily, yeah, once again, Henry was able to keep it on the ground.
Now we look back towards the front as they collect themselves from this caution. Colby Duckworth, still the man in charge.
Yeah, Logan right behind him, but Wyatt's still hanging on. He's 7th right now, I believe.
Wyatt is sliding back, though. Looks like maybe finding his place. Daytona is always kind of hard to know your position when a caution comes out because you could be 2-3 wide with some trucks.
Yeah, it's... Some people even also like to fight for the position. Sometimes they're not really happy where, or the race control has them lined up.
Exactly.
Yeah, Wyatt finding his way in the line there, right there.
Check this out. We've only gone 16 laps. Colby Duckworth has led 9 of them. Soon to be 10 when they come around this caution. I mean, this guy, a lot of race left. I don't want to put my ducks, too far ahead, but this guy has really been dominating the front of his back so far.
And he's doing a great job controlling the field. And I'm really excited to see this race play out. And with him in front, he's, in order to win this race, you just got to, stay in control. Make sure no one gets by you. And honestly, if someone gets up to your outside and they have good connections, it's really hard to beat them. So I'm excited to see how he's gonna control this field as most of the field comes down pit road here.
Looks like they're all gonna come down. Only been 16 laps on their fuel and tires. Curious what we'll see here for pit strategy as we stay on board with Colby Duckworth. Looking like he's getting that truck up and Possibly some tires on that. You know, perhaps just fuel.
Oh, it's Henry actually goes around on pit road as well in the back. He's trying to get that truck back spun around.
Henry's out pit road. If we don't have an angle on it. Like he was able to get in his pit stop though, or his pit box. But Logan Brink wins the race off pit road. Your driver.
My pick right there. Will lead us to the green flag right here. It's gonna be a Chevy front row.
Very fast.
Once again, those cars are beautiful together.
Oh yeah. Very, very fast pit stop for Logan Brink. No fast repairs front guys, but a couple of fast repairs used, obvious. A couple of these drivers in the back had to trucks fixed.
Yeah, the car's still sitting on pit road taking damage.
You know, Daytona is a place where pace laps are long. So if you can fix your damage rather than having to use that fast sprayer, you're definitely at an advantage to save that thing later.
Yeah, you can get about, I think maybe a little bit over a minute of damage repaired under pacing. Yeah, obviously we saw a bit of damage on some of these trucks. You know, Cody Banta has a bit of damage. Looks like Max Ford was able to get his 11 truck repaired. So I'm excited to see how he's going to work his way up through the field, because I know he's going to want to get back up to the front shortly here.
And you look at, you know, Duel 1, once again, you got some more drivers peeling off to maybe top off the fuel. Now, fuel's going to be a part of this since we're not, you know, over the halfway mark in this. But if you look at Duel 1, and you had the third place driver, who he was involved in a wreck early on. He was actually able to get that truck fixed and get the top one.
Exactly. These trucks, once they're fully repaired in iRacing, they won't be, you know, it's like a brand new truck. You know, once you get all the damage repaired, that truck is brand new, and it's nice, and it's going to handle, you know, exactly how you want it to. And that's what's nice about the sim, with a bunch of cars. And it's kind of like a grace that the sim gives us.
Exactly. I gotta say, it surprised the lane choice from Logan Brink here. You know, somebody's been working very well, but he does have his teammate to kind of hold up that line if need be. So I'm curious to see how these two trucks command the field.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting if maybe Logan jumps it a bit and tries to pull up in front of that 33 machine and kind of just roll the top. But definitely going to be interesting to see how this restart plays out once again. And Chase George, look at there, third on the top lane,
He's
right
still
up there.
In the fight, man. He's still in the fight. I would love to see Chase George walk away with this win. I think that's our honorary pick. Perhaps.
Yeah,
Chase
I
George.
think it would be awesome to see Chase George win as well. It's great. It would be really, really good for him.
Still got all the trucks in this thing. Everybody got fixed up, ready to go. Everybody's sending back the UIS trucks here. Got two powerful drivers in the front row right now. One who's dominated all the race, and one who has dominated a lot of other races. Let's see what Logan Brink and Colby Duckworth can put together on this race.
His truck pulls a hard left onto pit road. And we are back green here at Daytona.
Logan Brink with a good jump. Holding it back with Wyatt Thompson right now. Chase George was a little out of line. He's going to have to get sucked back up to that 77 truck if they're going to go anywhere.
Yeah, neither lanes really are as connected as they need to be here. Obviously, you see Chase George, you know, has fallen back a bit, and Gavin Smith as well, but here they are going to try to get back connected with their
Absolutely. Colby Duckworth still in the fight, and he's got to run. He's coming right around the 29 of Logan Brink as they head into 3. He's got Wyatt Thompson pushing him. A bunch of beautiful trucks here, side by side. Colby Duckworth. It's 2 by 2 right now. I mean, that third row is pretty much completely falling off of those guys all through that corner.
Yeah, the top lane is moving as the 88 actually jumps to the outside, and he's going to leave Logan Brink. And they're moving. I mean, Wyatt Thompson, phenomenal job pushing the 33 machine of Colby Duckworth.
You would think
They are
that he
just
was
flying.
connected around that last lap.
Look at Chase sneaking for a way around the 88, just not able to do so.
Yeah, he's looking. He's definitely looking. He's either looking or he's wiggling real bad. I can't tell which.
Well, one of the two. One of the two.
Yeah.
It's
But
the
that,
inside lane had just fallen to the rear.
absolutely, that outside lane's going to pull way out. Chase George with a wiggle. He's going to park it on Cameron Campbell's nose a little bit. But he's going to be able to keep it together as Colby Duckworth and Wyatt Thompson look to the inside. They say, no, we're going to stick to the outside lane for now. I think that things just moving really, really well right now as long as they can keep this connected.
And Travis Prather saw Chase check out the 23, and he decided to take it middle. He actually has a little bit of contact with the 13 there. The 3 wide.
Comes to the inside. He wants control of this race again. He's going to try to get it.
Yeah, 2 very strong cars leading both lanes. And the outside lane is just so good on exit. They get that run off the corner, and they're able to just pull away on the straights here. As I believe nearly all 3 trucks there on the top got clear there.
Absolutely. Chase George sitting in third right now as they come around. Travis Prather's still trying to hang it out in the middle. He's got Tyler Helms coming up to save him, but Travis Prather's going to slide up. Tyler Helms is going to try to slide up, but he has nowhere to go. He's going to shove the 27 right out of the line. And Wyatt Thompson just falls further and further in that inside line, man. That inside line cannot get together at all.
Yeah, they're just not as connected as the outside lane right now. He actually leaves the top lane, jumps down. He's now leading the bottom lane.
Oh, now you guys want to be at the bottom. Okay.
After he's already out to the midpoint of the pack, but Cameron Campbell trying to prove himself still. He's trying to get up to the lead, just doesn't have as much help as that outside lane does at the moment, but he's still fighting strong.
JJ Moore finds himself back. Do something right behind Colby Duckworth. Some trucks dragging on the wall through 3 and 4. They're going to be able to keep it straight, and Chase George still in position. He's just sitting right where he needs to sit right
Yeah, as both lanes have kind of gotten connected, it's kind of evened out a little bit more than it was earlier. Top lane still able to pull away on exit with all that time lost. The inside lane is able to get in the corners once again.
Duckworth, though, still the man to beat. Outside lane.
Yeah, he's doing a heck of a job controlling this race. He's right where you want to be as a 15. I don't know if he's getting hot, but actually checks up. Decides not to push to 23 right now.
Almost bounces right off the outside wall. They're going to keep it together. And this lap, we're going to go crank it up. That means crank it up. Listen to these trucks roar. Me and Gavin are going to go quiet for a little bit. On the crank it up lap, they're wrecking. Travis Prather goes around. And more collected.
Looks like Travis might have gotten the worst of it. He's actually going to have to tow to pit road.
Immediate tow to Travis Prather. Maxwell Thunderberg involved. Looks like the number 10 truck. Maybe clean through it, but let's see if we can go back and figure out what happened on that lap. They couldn't let us crank it up, Gavin. They didn't want to. We got too wild for them, I guess.
Yeah, this is, going to allow everybody. I mean, they're good on fuel now. We're going to see tons of pushing. We're past halfway. We're going to see a bunch of aggressive moves going up. Exactly. Let's see exactly what happened in this wreck.
Watching that number 8 truck. He gets a shove from Wyatt Thompson. I think we might need to go a little bit forward here. Find exactly when this wreck happened. It's going to be right here. We come to the crank it up lap, of course. Watch that number 8 truck in the outside lane here. He's got Wyatt Thompson.
It's back up there.
Got the 27. Oh, turned off the front of Wyatt Thompson. Bad damage to the 27. Damage to the front of the 4. And he goes straight back to pits. Fortunate, not what you want to see for Travis Prather's day at all.
Yeah, just a stack up, gone wrong. I mean, obviously it looked like they stacked up a bit early on entrance. They were able to keep it straight, and then just another bad, big checkup, and Wyatt Thompson just got to the left side of the 8 and turned him right around. But that's gonna stack up the field once again. Still out front, Colby Duckworth once again has kind of been dominating this race so far by laps led, and I'm excited to see the aggression kind of turn up for these drivers. We're gonna go
Coming
green with less than 15 to go.
a little bit down to the wire, exactly. The green, less than 15 to go. 10 to go is when you want to start, trying to make your moves, trying to figure out how you're going to get to the front. And it only gets more and more wild from there as Colby's going to think about coming down pit road, but he doesn't see anybody following him, so he's going to stay. Trent Wilkin commits. He's going to go down pit road with that number 17 Ram truck, shuffle to the back, and what do you think is going through some of these guys' heads who are pitting? They're choosing to go to the back of the field right now and kind of reassess.
Well, Trenton, he started all the way back in 21st, and we saw him work his way up through the field fairly quickly. So, I obviously would not count them out at all. Obviously, it's Daytona, and I think we'll see them, working their way through the field, and we've seen some of them do it before, like Trenton. And I definitely think, it's possible for them to do it once more.
Absolutely. Colby Duckworth and Chase George saving some fuel. Apron. Is allowed. They're allowed to get down there on the flat and try to coast along.
I am a bit curious if Colby will pick the outside lane here.
Yeah, absolutely. He's gonna have JJ Moore on the other side no matter what, and
Yeah.
definitely gonna want to try to get the jump out in front of him. I mean, we saw I did question Logan Brink's choice on the inside, and we saw how it shuffled him back within a matter of a lap and a half. So
He's all the way in 8th.
yeah, the outside line just really seems to connect and work, but it also depends on who's pushing you. So a lot of factors to weigh in here, but looks like he's going to potentially have Cameron Campbell behind him or Chase George behind him, no matter where he goes.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out. Obviously, Cameron Campbell looking to win this race. I think everybody up front's looking to win this race, but Cameron wants it bad, and I think Chase George wants it just as bad as well. And I think we're gonna see both of them kind of be aggressive here towards the end.
Chase he's in a good position to go do it. If he can keep the front of that number 6 Lowe's truck clean. Colby making his choice well early. He's saying outside lane, outside lane. He's as far outside as they can be. That's going to leave JJ Moore to the inside. And looks like Cameron chooses inside. Chase George is going to be able to slide up to the outside. He's going to have a really nice run behind Colby if they can get linked up.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting to see how this plays out. Still, it's kind of been a Chevy show this race. Obviously, we got that kind of lone forward of the 23 of Cameron Campbell, kind of all alone. He's kind of surrounded by Chevys right now, and all those Chevys, manufactured teammates. We might see them working together, and I think that's going to be something to put into mind and kind of watch here.
Absolutely. All these trucks on their pace lap, ready to go green, anxious. Ryan Thompson bringing up the rear of the field right now. He wanted to be able to work with the back on that.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, man. I still think both our picks have a great shot. Obviously, Logan Brink's right there in the top 10, and Wyatt just in the rear of the pack. But I definitely, obviously he's a strong driver, and we've seen that on super speedways, and I think he's really got a good shot at winning this race still.
We come around 3 and 4. The drivers are ready to start fighting for it. If you don't go now, when will you go?
Exactly. It's the pace truck once again getting ready to look a hard left on the pit road. We're gonna go back green.
There he goes. Slides down into pit road. Colby Duckworth back in control of this race. Just has to nail his restart. He waits a long time right into the end of the box. That's going to give JJ Moore a really good chance. Chase George is nowhere near the rear of the 33 of Colby Duckworth. It's going to allow JJ to completely slide up and chop Chase George's nose off. But now that outside lane is looking up.
Yeah, both lanes weren't really connected on that restart. And, Kobe was able to still stay in the lead. So they're still 3 wide, and look at the 23. Our lone forward, Cameron Campbell, dropping to the back, split 3 middle.
Yep. Nobody to work with right now. Trying to find a hole to slide into. Can't find one. JJ is giving Colby a hell of a shove. Chase George still in the conversation. Tyler Holmes and Logan Brink. Look at the 5. Look at the 5 front trucks on your outside lane right now.
All Chevys.
All Chevys, and even a Chevy show on the first 2 of the inside lane. The 87 truck, not someone that we've seen running in front yet, but definitely in command of that inside lane.
Yeah, Kylan Wilson, he wants to win this race. He's got the 16, a Brady Schreckengast right behind him.
Yeah.
They're going to try to get this inside lane rolling, but obviously not able to do so right now at the top lane, who has honestly been the dominant lane all night. And it's, just showing it once again as we kind of have a bit of a 3-truck breakaway from the pack. The stop they are rolling.
Take a second, highlight that number 16 truck, that Send It Motors truck, the sim truck, the league sponsor. Really nice looking orange on Brady's truck tonight.
Beautiful orange. Stands out.
Absolutely.
That's look in the field, and that's one of the first trucks you see because it stands out the most.
Look at the 10. Involved in a couple accidents, finds its way peeking back in the top 10.
Yeah, that's how much you can rebound here. And look at Wyatt. He's making it 3 in the middle. He's trying to get up to the front. That's your pick now. Yeah. 3 wide with my guy on the outside.
Oh, and they're wrecking. The 76 is around.
Cody Banta around on the back looked like everybody else kind of got through it.
Yeah, they
unscathed.
were able to avoid that, it seems. Cody Banta goes around. But he'll be able to keep his truck going. Let's check that replay and see what happened there. Around. Running on that middle lane. Watch that 76 truck.
27
gonna get air loose by that 27, it seems. That air just kind of came off the front of the truck, got him loose, and then he was able to kept sliding down, and 27 truck was still there, and he eventually just got full on hooked.
Luckily, not a bunch of damage on that truck. Still looks fairly clean, besides a bit of scrapes on that left side, but it could have been way worse. He's still in this race. Excited to see we're got less than 10 laps to go.
We've gone 31. Hope he's led 22 of those. Absolutely in control of the field tonight. Chase George, who's been in the conversation the whole time, has led 0.
You don't have to lead any lap but the last one.
That is true.
You just gotta come across the line first at the end, and that's all that matters.
That is true. He's stayed where it matters, and we'll see if we'll be able to capitalize it. We go green for a pretty short run, depending on if these guys can keep.
Yeah, no, it's definitely it's Daytona. There's always a big one. You don't know when it's gonna happen. It's always there in the back, just waiting to happen, and that can scare you. That can
Travis Prather, like he's awaiting a wave around. Get back in this thing. He's only 1 lap down, so a wave around here would put him back, in contention to try to go from the back to the front.
Yeah, look at our guys, 7th and 8th. Logan Brink and Wyatt Thompson, both our picks to win. Gonna restart right next to each other.
They might have to work together here if they want to get to the front and have a chance to prove one of us right.
Yeah, I still think Logan's got it.
I don't know, man. I'm not saying that either of them got it more right now than this man. The 33. I mean, I don't know if anybody can even get by him the way he has been throwing blocks this whole race.
Yeah, he has really been controlling every lane on track, and he's been doing it, an incredible job. We see people attempt to control the lanes, and they throw lazy blocks, bad blocks, and Kobe's honestly done a great job blocking. He's been doing a great job controlling this field.
We look back off of his camera at the 88 truck.
Yeah, that 88 truck is beautiful.
And look at the thing. I might be glazing this line, but it's absolutely.
Just it's so smooth, across that asphalt.
Chase George continues to save fuel. His number 6 Lowe's truck, also sponsored by UIS. As well as Tyler Helms. Now, this is a guy who might not have put a highlight on a lot, except for by saying he is, of course, last season's champion. But he's still up here. He's in the top 5. He's been up here multiple times. He's kind of gone back and forth. But you can't rule this guy out at all.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where Kobe restarts this start. Obviously, the top has been, the better lane, but he has to pick between having Chase George push him or Kylan Wilson. I'm curious to see. Looks like he's going to pick Kylan.
You have it. Got that Bendit Motors truck, 16 back there behind Kylan. But I'm liking JJ Moore's odds here. Much as I want to, want Colby Duckworth to keep his dominant status, JJ's got a lot of trucks behind him. We're really going to go win. Chase George, got Tyler Helms, and he's got the 29 of Logan Brink all behind him, all Chevys.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how this is going to play out. This is going to be interesting. Obviously we've been talking about aggression all night. We've seen a lot of drivers racing clean. We haven't seen much of it yet. I think this is where it all comes to show.
Time to separate the boys from the men, as they say. Colby Duckworth. Last time we kind of waited till the end of this restart box to really get going, which leads me right before they go green to ask you, if you're in Colby's position and you got to get the launch on the other guy, when are you going in that restart?
I think what I would do, obviously JJ's been a great pusher all race. I would go as soon as you hit the box. Hope JJ timed it well, and JJ just files in right behind you, and it's you two, kind of just, rolling, because the 88's just done an incredible job pushing tonight. And honestly, I think that's the preferred truck to have pushing. And if I was Colby, I would go as soon as you can and just try to cycle in right in front of the 88, or the 88 goes up right behind you.
Absolutely. Here we go back green with the static camera as they race by the start-finish line. Colby Duckworth, exactly textbook as you predicted. It's a great launch and slides right in front of JJ Moore. And now he's got a lot of fast trucks behind him on that inside lane. But the lanes, the third row, come on, guys. The rows are breaking apart right now.
Second start row, that's when a lot of the 87 even get clear to the inside. And Chase George goes to the outside, but a huge block by the 87. But he's able to get there on the outside. Here comes Tyler Helms right behind Chase. He's trying to get up to the lead.
Chase George is just driving that truck all across the track, trying to stay in line. But look at here. Is this not a familiar sight? 33, 88, and the 6 are your top 3 as they rip around the outside lane. Look at these guys.
The inside lane is just falling to the rear, and that's not helping Logan Brink as he is stuck second on that bottom lane, trying to push 87 up, but they just don't have as much help as the outside lane does at the moment.
Tyler Helms holding off of Chase George's bumper a little bit. You got to wonder if he's trying to get a run charged up. Trying to go around these guys. He's got Brady, but he's also got Wyatt back there in the 6th position on the outside lane. You know Wyatt wants to get up there. He's my pick. He wants to go up there and win this thing. And Wyatt looks inside. He's not really going to have anywhere to go.
You love it. Oh, it's the 76 that goes around once again in turn 3. Collects Logan Brink. Multiple trucks involved.
Oh,
We're going to have the yellow once again.
big hits. Really unfortunate for Logan Brink. Not a lot of time to go from the back to the front right now.
I believe we're going to have a 2-lap shootout.
Let's check the replay on this guy. See what happened here. Gonna start on the finish line. Logan Brink was on the inside, pushing the 87. You gotta imagine he's like, come on guys, let's get together and get back up there.
That inside lane just had no help whatsoever. They were just falling to the rear.
Absolutely. Not a lot going on there. He's gonna drift up over in front of the 17. 76 truck to his outside. Slide up behind the 76. He gets into the wall, which pushes the 76 around and catches him. Unfortunate. Just a
Very
bad
unfortunate
sequence of events, you know what I mean?
It almost looked like Logan was going to get off pretty much fine, and then 76 kind of just rolled it into his nose. Not sure how bad his nose damage is, but I think he's got the time to repair it. It's just, I don't know if he's got the time to get back up to the field.
We go back live. Duckworth. Familiar face still in the lead.
Familiar top 3. You know, they've just been doing a great job, and if I'm Kobe Duckworth, I'm doing the same thing you did last restart. Time it well. Try to get the 88 somewhere behind you so you can be connected and you know, go away. Now, if I'm the 88, you gotta help the 33. You know, as much as you can. Try to stay out in front, you two, and then make the move towards the end. Don't want to make it too early though, and you guys are stuck side by side and don't have the help.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you got to make it eventually.
Here. See if maybe we can put the driver in here. And they're moving all around. They're not even staying in their own team chats, dude. They're flying around talking to each other. Let's see if we can pull Wyatt Thompson in here.
Yeah, let's get Wyatt.
Hey Wyatt, it's the UIS booth. Do you have a copy in that 77 truck?
Yes, sir, I do.
Listen, you're 6th. You've had a hell of a fight from the front to the back, to the front to the back. What are you thinking here? You're going green with very little laps to go. What is your move to get back to the front here?
We're gonna go fast, turn left, and try to win it. At least get a top 3, but I'm locked in, so I can sacrifice. We're just gonna see what we can get out of it.
Absolutely. You know, with you being locked in, if you're at the front and there's a person to push up here in front of you, you know, who are you pushing there?
Probably my best 2 bets would be Colby and JJ. I know that us 3 really work well together.
Absolutely. Well, hey, we wish you luck as these final laps resume, and thank you for joining us for a sec in the booth.
I appreciate you. Have a nice night.
Yeah.
Wyatt Thompson, heck of a driver and heck of a paint scheme there. I mean, I said it in the beginning of this race. Before we even took the green flag, I believe it was on the grid. That 77 machine is beautiful. Actually, one of my favorite schemes out there on the track, and it would be awesome to see him in victory lane.
Absolutely. Kobe Duckworth goes back high. JJ Moore goes low. Now look at the help that Kobe Duckworth is going to have. Tyler Helms, Wyatt D. Thompson.
Yeah, that top line is stacked. If you look at the inside lane, you know, the outside lane, you've seen a lot of these drivers work really well together. And, the inside lane, obviously we have JJ Moore, but Chase George, and we've seen him. He's been up front.
He's pushed. He's pushed real hard. A little
He's
bit
done
of
well.
a new entry into the top 10 was Gavin Smith. Team truck.
Yeah, I was able to, I believe, stay in front of that last yellow and gonna restart in 8th here, right on the outside of Patricia Cusado, who's kind of been all over in tonight's race. We've seen her, I believe, been wrecked twice in tonight's race, but restarting 7th. Gonna try to get back up, possibly win this thing. Right behind her is Cameron Campbell, the lone Ford, who we saw, kind of fall back, get left to dry in that 3rd lane.
He's still in contention, man. I don't think you're out of contention anywhere you are with the way some of these final laps can go at Daytonas.
Yeah, I think, if you're, Kylan Wilson, 87, the last truck in the field, I wouldn't even call him out of it. I mean, we've seen how these races finish, and, you kind of, there's the big one, you just got to avoid it, or stay out of it.
Absolutely. It's not a bad thing to hover your foot over the brake in the last final laps of a race at Daytona. Here we go, the pace truck once again. Hook it on the pit lane and give Colby Duckworth roll.
Going to be a classic natural green-white checkered, as we are back green here at Daytona. That outside lane, way better this one.
Colby Duckworth, an impressive start. Once again, he gets the launch he needs. Tyler Holmes is right there to help push him. Whitey Thompson lagging a little bit there next to Chase George. But
here comes JJ Moore on the bottom.
All 5 of these drivers can certainly get it done here. And look at these 3 trucks linking up on the bottom.
It's just so hard to compete with that top lane. As Chase George attempts a huge block, just not able to do so. Nearly wrecked there, as that's just going to kind of kill the inside lane even more.
Chase George, unfortunately, slide way back into the outside lane and park it on the front of the 19. There's Colby Duckworth still in the control of this thing, but I don't think Tyler Holmes is going to let him have that.
Oh,
as Tyler gets hooked off the front of Whitey Thompson, can he save it?
Keeps it straight up against the wall.
And we're going to keep it green.
The white flag.
Final
white
lap.
flag.
It stays green. Whitey Thompson is going to try to get around the outside of Colby Duckworth. He's got Patricia following him, but he gets bumped.
Huge contact.
And
here comes Patricia. 3 wide.
3 wide. Wyatt's got the most help, it seems, on the outside. JJ Moore and Chase George behind him. Chase George is already back in contention with this thing as they're wrecking in the back. Colby Duckworth, he's going to get some help right now from the inside lane. Will Wyatt slide down to block that?
Chase George right there. He wants to get up to the lead. Look at 3 wide. Doesn't have the help. He's going to now be stuck 3 wide top, but here comes the 88 machine. JJ Moore on the top side, coming out of turn 4 for the final time, side by side.
Wyatt Thompson trying to get the run. Trying to get the one off of JJ. Is he going to get there in time? He won't. JJ Moore wins this thing sideways.
JJ Moore, we were talking about all night, one of the most dominant trucks, him and Colby. He's going to be able to finish this race.
Holy
winning
crap.
it. What a finish. I mean, what a chaotic last few laps. We knew it was going to be chaotic. And we kind of saw, I mean, cars coming out of nowhere. Patricia looking for the lead here on the final lap. I believe she restarted back in, I want to say 10th, that restart. Was able to get up to the front.
Fortunately ends up finishing 16th after all those wrecks. Let's go back and take a look at the way they crossed that line right there, dude.
I mean, what a show they put on for us. I mean, heck of a drive by kind of all these drivers.
Absolutely. Let's go back and take a look. As you can see, they were already wrecking in the back at this point. As they come around, JJ Moore, really nobody behind him, but Wyatt's going to go up and try to side draft off him as they all come to shambles. Going to get spun off of Wyatt. I mean, what a carnage for the end of Duel 2.
I mean, that's a race right there. I mean, these drivers don't mind, contact. I mean, we saw the contact. Not even, I believe it was coming out of 4, coming to the white flag. Saw by the contact with some of the front runners. And JJ Moore, man, heck of a run. Beautiful 88 Mountain Dew machine. He's gonna
Got it
burn it
done.
down on the front stretch. He is our Duel 2 winner.
Well deserved after a really hard fought race. And he's gonna have a great position for that big race next weekend. Look at your top 3 here. Let's go down some of these results real quick. We'll get into all the results later, but the top 3: JJ Moore, Wyatt Thompson, and Chase George. We get to interview the league owner in the top 3 tonight.
Heck of a finish for Chase George. We know he wanted the win, just wasn't able to do so. Wyatt Thompson, we interviewed him right before that restart, was able to get up to second. We know he said he was going to try to work with JJ and Colby, and he was able to hook up with JJ and then try to battle him coming to the line, just one position short.
You know, as JJ and Wyatt kind of bring it down to here, let's have a moment of silence for Colby Duckworth. Led 31 of 41 laps and just couldn't get it done there in the end.
Still has a decent finish though. Top 5. It must, it's not a bad finish, but it's got to burn a little bit after the race you had here tonight.
Absolutely. Well, what do you say we take a little commercial break? When we come back, we're gonna interview these top 3 incredible drivers. Be back here in just a second.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Okay, perfect.
Hello? I no, I got moved. I got moved. I mean, it's a duel, so I'm glad to get a P3. A little hard hit after the line. I'm gonna be sore tomorrow. Um, but no, it feels good. I'm pretty happy with that result. Yeah. I definitely made a mistake with when JJ moved up. I should have just stuck with him. I also didn't want to turn him, so I kind of went ahead, went up, and then I fenced myself. So um, great driver here, Mr. Lead Owner. Um, showing all the talent. This is why I'm on the ownership side of it. um, no, definitely winnable, but is what it is. At least got a good starting spot for the big race on Monday. That's the main thing.
Um,
I mean, really, the killer there was just being stuck on the bottom and not having much of help. There was Brady behind me, of course, but I didn't know how if he was gonna stick with me or what. But I mean, it was a good race working with the Duck Motorsports guys, Colby and JJ, and then we had a really good thing going all race long. They would stay top three 90% of the show. But right at the end there, kind of decided didn't want to work together, and you see the result. Ain't none of us got it. Well, JJ got it at least, but yeah, I mean, I don't blame him.
First off, incredible drive, Chase.
No, thank
Like
you.
Riley mentioned, you were kind of our, like, I guess, second pick for the both of us. We wanted, you know, to see you in victory lane. Heck of a finish, though. Excited to see what you'll do in the big event. Um,
Appreciate it.
and yeah, an incredible drive, man. And also Riley, your mic's muted on the stream,
Yeah,
so
I just got told
Oh
that.
no,
That's unbelievably
shame, shameful.
absolutely shameful. I mean, the fact that OBS wouldn't unmute my mic when I switch off of one mode to another was actually, I'm going to blame this all on OBS. Anyway, if you didn't hear my questions, ladies and gentlemen, you heard his answers, and that's all we really cared about. So, moving on. Chase, you got a good starting spot for the big race next weekend, or next week, I should say. You got a lot of momentum. You obviously got guys that you work together well with. So, what are you looking to do in that race going forward?
I just really do more of the same. Right around on that top side. Top side's so strong. Saw a lot of it tonight. Really couldn't get the bottom going, even if you had people working together well. Um, so if I could get to similar spot I was today, third car in line on the top, and just ride around for a lot of it, that'd be pretty happy. Going into the end of the race. So it's probably the plan, and hopefully we can go end up getting a win.
Absolutely. Well, before we move you out of here, is there anybody you want to thank?
Of course, I want to thank all Duck Motorsports, Tyler Helms, Colby Duckworth, JJ Moore, YD Thompson, Trenton Wilkin, Maxwell Funderburk. It was great working with them all night long. I had a really good time. And thank you to you guys for streaming and Jackson Brown for stepping in race control and so I could come out here and race.
Great. Well, thanks for joining us in the booth, and we'll see you again.
Yep. See ya. Have a good night.
All right. Get Wyatt D. Thompson in here.
Wyatt D. Thompson, it's Riley Maxwell and Gavin Austin in the HVTV booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Well, kind of a bit of a chaotic duel for you. You went to the rear, went to the front, kind of back and forth multiple times, but obviously the most important, part is the end, and you were able to get a second place finish, just one spot short from JJ Moore. But we talked to you right before the restart, and you said you were going to work with him. We saw you try to battle him to the line, just wasn't able to get the win there, and kind of walk us through that ending there, and
Yeah,
how kind of played out for you.
once we got I know Tyler got he just chased me up the track and kind of hooked himself coming to one to green, and then I was working with Kobe for a bit. Once we got that run, I went about to the seam. Kobe chased me up there, kind of got a little bit of contact. I know it wasn't intentional or nothing, but once we got that, I think we got pushed 3 wide by Patricia in the 10 car, and then JJ came with the perfect time push, him and Chase, and then it was just us 3 all the way to the end. And I'm happy it was either me or JJ winning, because obviously we're best friends in everything we do, and I'm perfectly fine with losing to him, especially in a good race like that.
Yeah, no, it was a heck of a drive, man. It's fun watching you race tonight. You were Riley's pick to win this race, just came one spot short. Once again, like I mentioned, I mean, you're kind of worked your way up through the field multiple times, and I'm excited to see what you'll do in the big race next week. Riley, got any questions for Wyatt here?
Yeah, Wyatt. I mean, hey, first of all, good to see you. How you doing? um, so you got the big race next week, and you showed a crazy good momentum here. Obviously you work really well with a lot of the guys you have around you. What are you looking to do next week, and what can you do better to go up one spot?
I'm just kind of looking to stay up front. Unless the front's where all the crazy people are, then I don't want to be up there. But most of the time, I'm probably going to want to be up front. I know Kobe, JJ, Chase, they'll all be kind of up there hanging out. So I think that we'll be a good group to work together and kind of make it through, count down the laps. I think that's the most important part. Obviously, if you can't finish the race, you can't win.
Absolutely. Well, we wish you all the luck. Is there anybody you want to thank before we get you out of here?
Thank you to United Real Estate Tri County for sponsoring the truck. It turned out really well. I'm happy it turned out so good. We'll be running this in all our part-time starts this season.
Sweet. Oh,
Beautiful
well,
scheme, by the way. One of
yeah,
my favorites in the field. I
definitely.
Appreciate it. I
mentioned it a
handmade
few
it.
times in the
My
broadcast.
first
It's
handmade scheme.
awesome.
Well, we wish you all the best, and hopefully we'll see you in the interview again.
All right. I appreciate you, man.
Right now, winner JJ. It's Gavin Austin and me in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
First of all, congratulations on winning duel number 2, man. That's absolutely awesome. You drove a great race. You were in the front the whole time. We talked about how you were a contender the whole time, and you were able to go get it done. So, walk me through how it feels, winning duel 2.
Um, I'm shockingly enough, I'm a little bit bummed out. I'm a part-time car. I'm splitting the car with Wyatt Thompson this season, so I'm just here mainly to help the team. I'm trying to get the best results I can for myself, but I'm gonna be more of a team car through the whole season. I think most of that race I was trying to work with Colby and try and get him a win, and Tyler a little bit, and Chase George, who's an affiliate teammate if I'm not mistaken. And we were working good there on the outside lane from like lap 30 to or like 25 to 35, and um caution just came out late, and I honestly got really lucky to be put in the position I was in late. I was able to get behind Wyatt going into 3, and I was able to just get it as outside. We made contact coming to the line. I wound up getting it. So it was a very lucky win. And I'm happy that I won it, because that means I'll just be starting up front next week, maybe avoid some chaos. But I'm just kind of a little bit bummed out. I couldn't have done more to help out Colby or any of my other teammates tonight.
Absolutely. Well, very noble of you to say. So I respect that. But you win duel 2, and you drive an intense but a good race. What are some key moments during the race today that you think helped you get to the front and stay there?
Well, I think one of the bigger ones was just being on that outside lane, and I think that's not really like a moment, but that's just kind of how the whole race was. It's just the outside lane was just so dominant, and I think it's partly the conditions, partly the aero package, and you just get on the top, and if you get 2 or 3 cars pushing each other, you're just not gonna break it, and you can just rip on around. And we were doing that with Kobe and Chase and Tyler, and we were gone. But I think the moment that allowed me to open up that opportunity is in 1 and 2 on the last lap, when I think Kobe and Wyatt made some contact, and everybody got ruffled. And I said, screw it, let's jump to the wall. And I had Chase George behind me, and he was pushing me, and I had Wyatt, and the door opened up, and then that's when that outside lane came into play. So we got the perfect run on the corner exit. We were able to clear to the bottom.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just kind of got really lucky with that.
Well, congratulations, and you're going into do a really good start for next week. What are you looking to do in that race, and what are you taking forward to help you be successful in that one as well?
I'm guessing a similar strategy, and it's gonna be a lot more chaotic because we'll have double the cars. Obviously, we had I think 21 tonight, 22, and obviously we're gonna have 40 next week. So it'll be a lot different of a race. It's gonna be a lot longer of a race. But it's just gonna be about trying. I'm thinking just staying up front, trying to stay out of the mess, work with teammates, try and keep all of us clean through the race, and hopefully one of us at Duck Motorsport can walk away with the win next week.
Absolutely. Well, hey, congratulations, man. Gavin, do you have anything before him?
I don't know. You kind of summed it all up. I mean, heck of a job, JJ. Great job winning. Um, I mean, yeah, Riley kind of summed it all up. I mean, you were again one of the most dominant trucks tonight. You and Colby, and it was awesome to see you getting it done and getting in victory lane tonight. And looking forward to watching you in the big event.
Yep.
Absolutely. Is there anybody you want to thank before we send you out?
Well, biggest thanks to Colby and all the team at Duck Motorsport. Give me the opportunity to run. I'm hoping to impress all of them and just make the most out of the rides I get. I want to thank Mountain Dew just because primary sponsor. Yeah, I think all the personal sponsors that aren't on the car or on the truck, sadly, of T Max Diecast, Hoist Energy, and the Diecast News on Instagram, with all they do. And you got to thank y'all for broadcasting because, per usual, it's very, very nice to have all of our faces and all of our virtual little cars on YouTube every week for people to watch. So I got to thank y'all for being up there in the booth calling the race.
Absolutely. Well, we're glad to do it, especially when you give us good racing like that. So thank you, JJ, and maybe we'll see you next week.
Yep, we'll see. Hopefully, I'm praying to God you'll see me next week.
All right. All right. We'll see you.
Yes, sir.
All right, Gavin. Before we end this thing off, I'd like to pull an impromptu person here. I see him lurking in the waiting room. I think he's just trying to talk to his buddies. But I'd love to get Colby Duckworth in here and talk to him about how many laps he led and how his race went.
Yeah, no, he was one of our top drivers. We should definitely give
All
him a
right,
quick
let's
chat.
pull him in here. Hey, Colby, sorry to steal you away, but it's Gavin Austin and myself, Riley Maxwell, here in the UIS booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, we stole you away. We know you're not in the top three, but man, you were dominant this race. You led 31 of 41 laps. You were most of the time the fastest truck on the track, and you just couldn't get that last lap to go your way. But talk to us about your race and how you felt those last few laps went.
Well, everything went decent on my end. I mean, I had a lot of help. I had a lot of people that were helping me. So, shout out to JJ and Chase, Tyler, Wyatt, Maxwell, Thunderburgers, 10 or 15 people. But
Yeah, yeah,
uh, it's just I was just trying to control the top lane because it was just gonna be so much faster than the bottom. So if I was trying to own the restarts and stuff, trying to get everybody where I wanted them to where we could all stay linked together and push well and we had a good thing going there for a little while, but on the last lap, it just all kind of fell apart, which is what
absolutely.
you expect with these big track races.
Yeah. And what for you? What was that final piece that you needed on that last lap to stay in front of those guys that had been pushing you?
Whenever Wyatt pulled out, coming out of the tri-oval to go to the top, I should have just tried to block that run, but he had so much of a run, it would have crashed both of us. But that's basically, I got trapped on the bottom, and you can't go anywhere on the bottom. You get stuck down there, and there's no draft whatsoever because the side draft is so crazy on the top. But
Absolutely. Well, you still walk out of here with the top five. You walk out of here with a decent starting position in the race next week. What are you looking to take away from this race, and what are you looking to do with it in the race next week?
Hoping to get a little bit more of the same, try to run up front, stay up front. If we can do that, then I think we'll have a good shot to be there at the finish. But we just got to have a lot of help, a lot of luck, and a lot of patience.
Gavin, do you have anything for Colby Duckworth?
I mean, heck of a race. Obviously led the most laps, kind of the dominant truck all night. You and JJ, and just wasn't able to get it done. But I think you're one of our top guys for the big event. And I think you really got a good shot at ending it. Ending up in victory lane. I'm excited to see your race.
Appreciate it.
Well, great
Hopefully, I'll
run.
get there.
Yeah, great run by you. Great run by your team and everybody at Doug Motorsports. So, is there anybody you want to thank before we send you out?
Got to thank JJ. Got to thank Tyler. Got to thank Wyatt. Got to thank Chase. Uh, Everybody that helped me out tonight. Hopefully, going forward, I still have the same amount of help. And got to thank my wife for letting me do this. And uh, that's about it.
All right, Colby. Well, we always love seeing you in the booth. Hopefully, we see you again soon. You have a good week.
Yes, sir. Y'all too.
All right, Gavin. That sums up our interviews there. What a great duel too.
Yeah, it's awesome racing by all our drivers. Very entertaining, and once again, props to JJ for getting it done. I mean, at one point, coming to the white, he fell back to eighth, almost looked to be out of it, and was able to get, obviously get that third lane work and able to beat Wyatt at the line, and heck of a job by him. I mean, props to everybody in this field. And I'm honestly really looking forward to our big race coming up. So
Dude,
heck of
man.
a race by all our drivers.
Well, you and I are going to be in the booth next week for the big one at Daytona for these trucks. A lot of these main characters that we saw in the first duel and the second duel all together in the same race fighting for it. I'm sure we're going to see a lot more aggressive driving, a lot more of that top line ripping around. And I'm excited to be back in the booth with you, Gavin. It was a great second duel having you in here.
Yeah, no, thank you. It was awesome being here with you, and I hope everybody watched and enjoyed it. Because it was fun being up in the booth and watching the race. And yeah.
Absolutely. Well, everybody who watched, thank you for tuning in to HVTV. I've been Riley Maxwell, joined by Gavin Austin, and we hope you enjoyed these two duels at Daytona. Join us next week on Monday for the big one, the race at Daytona for the Truck Series, this UIS Truck Series, Descendant Motors UIS Truck Series. We hope you guys see us there and enjoy. Have a good week. Goodbye.
Race